Hello my TBDs, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing a little bit of a different video. I am going to be trying to follow a tutorial done by Rawbeautykristi, which she is a YouTuber that I love. I love that she is so real and genuine, and her personality is like, I love her personality. It is like brings me joy, and she's just so goofy, and I love how it comes off on camera. So I'm going to be following and trying to do one of her tutorials today, and it is a purple glam. I actually wanted to reuse the Natasha Denona Love palette that Chris got me for Valentine's Day, and this is a purple glam look. So I'm hoping that I get to use some shades from this palette. I also have the ColourPop Butterfly Effect palette that also has lots of purples and pinks and all of that stuff. Lastly, I have the ColourPop and Kathleen Lights So Jaded palette, just in case I need to use any of these shades as well. So if you guys like these types of videos and if you'd want to see another one in the future, be sure to let me know by giving me a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe because I do upload every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. So let's go ahead and hop into the video. She is zoomed in, so let me zoom you guys in a little bit. All right, so I'm gonna try my best to show her video as she's doing it so you guys can see what I'm trying to recreate here. I've never done one of these videos before, but when I watch them, I enjoy them. I'm gonna start the video now. I do have some of the same products that she used, and I have some different products. We'll just have to see. I'm gonna try and recreate it as best as I can.
Hey guys, so today I'm gonna be doing a makeup tutorial for you. I'm actually gonna be trying some new products in this video. I'm gonna be talking about some things that I have been using for the last few months. I wanted to do a purple makeup look today. I realized I have not used purple on like a full eye look in a super duper long time. So we're just gonna jump into the video, but before we do, make sure you guys subscribe to my YouTube channel. I upload new videos as often as I can, but I try for every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Also, you guys can follow me on Instagram and Twitter. Both are Rawbeautykristi, and let's jump into it. Before we get started on the rest of the makeup tutorial, I'm actually gonna talk to you guys about a foundation. So the beginning portion of this video is
I'm gonna skip forward a little bit because it's sponsored.
So you can either just do a couple of swipes on your face or dot it on where you need it. I have a
Okay, I'm gonna just pause it real fast and go in with the Revlon Pore Reducing Primer. She does not use a primer in this video, but I always use a primer, and that's just her own philosophy. Like, she doesn't think primers work, and that's fine. So I'm just putting this on before we hop in to putting on the foundation. And I'll use the same brush that she's using too. So it looks like she's taking it. This is probably way too dark for me right now. This is my like summer shade. This is the Clinique Beyond Perfect Foundation and Concealer. So I'm gonna be real dark. Whoa.
I have a lot of redness down here, so I tend to take the applicator and go down here to cover up any of my redness. The majority of the product I keep to my cheeks. One swipe on the forehead, and you'll see it really does cover quite a large area. So I'm going to use my IT Cosmetics Love is the Foundation brush.
Okay, I have to pause it. Taking the same Love is the Foundation brush by IT Cosmetics. I'm going to be so, it's just going to be so off. This is totally like my dead of summer shade. You're just going to have to ignore the shade difference. It's just going to be that way because I have not used this foundation in such a long time. Very full coverage. I don't remember how it wears. Like, I don't remember if it does good on oily skin or what. Okay, it's actually looking pretty nice on my skin, minus the color. It does feel a little bit heavy on the skin.
When I color match myself, generally, I always go a shade or two darker than my actual skin. So this is gonna look a little light on me initially because this is actually color matched to my body.
Mine isn't. So then she just goes on and is applying a foundation. I'm just gonna skip forward a little bit.
All right, and this is immediately after application. I'm gonna get close and zoom you guys in so you guys.
Okay, so it looks like she used this for concealer. I cannot use this for concealer. I have to have something lighter to help a girl out, help a sister out. I'm gonna take the Catrice Liquid Camouflage Concealer. Look at that. This is my normal shade. I'm bringing this way down. Blending this in, because yeah, I think she used the foundation as concealer as well, and I need some help. Then I'm going to put some down the center of my face.
As you guys know, if you've been following me for a while, I don't set my foundation with powder anymore, and I don't set my concealer with powder anymore at all either. All right, now I'm gonna move on to the rest of the face.
I gotta set that down. You guys, me not setting anything down, are you crazy? My oily skin would flip. Maybe, I think I remember she has dry skin, so that's probably why she can get away with that. I absolutely cannot. I'm gonna take the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Loose Powder. My face doesn't match my neck. Now everything's set, let's continue with the video.
Face, and at the very end you guys can see what the finish looks like after I've done all of the rest of my makeup. But if you guys are interested in picking up the Clinique Beyond Perfecting Foundation, I will have the link in the description of this video. Also, you guys can visit any Clinique counter, and again, you guys can get a free 10-day sample, which they can shade match you there, and that's what I would suggest.
I need to do that.
I found it, I am so excited because today I'm going to be trying this out. I've had this sitting on my desk for months. This is the Huda Beauty Amethyst Obsessions, and I am
all right, I don't have the Huda Beauty Amethyst Obsessions, but I have these guys, and I'm bound to find similar shades in one of these.
Going to do a full purple look. I want to use this brush today. It looks dirty, but it's not. I used my color switch on it. This is the Smith Cosmetics 232 brush. I think I don't want to go too pink with it, so I think I'm going to dip into this shade here.
It's like a mix of a few colors that I have here. I'm gonna just start out with, let's try this shade, okay, from the Natasha Denona palette. It's the shade Trust, and it's a matte purple shade. No, I'm gonna go with this shade. This is the ColourPop Butterfly Effect palette. I'm gonna take this purple right here because that is closer. And I don't know why she's not going with her brows. I always do my eyebrows before I do my eyes, but whatever.
Dip into this shade here. Oh wow, I do feel like this is applying very gently.
So she's really building it in her crease, so that's what I'm gonna do.
It's gonna be a color that I feel like you maybe have to build, which is so interesting. I feel like Huda Beauty has different formulas, and I'm not sure on this, but I feel like there are some formulas like the Rose Gold Remastered and Desert Dusk that you kind of have to build the shades like this, where
so she's going back and forth in a windshield wiper motion with this purple. So that's what I'm doing. And she is like buffing it out here.
I have to keep dipping in and building up, which I don't mind. Some people really hate to have to build shadows. Some people want full pigment right off the get-go. I think it's kind of personal preference. But I think it's funny because some Huda shades, like in the new nude palette that I reviewed, I will have it linked up here, I noticed that was like full pigment right off the get-go.
So she's really building it.
I feel like these are blending pretty good, but I think I'm gonna switch my brush right now. Ooh,
Okay, before she switches her brush, let's just keep building this shade. And I think she like brings it out pretty far. Is that what it's supposed to look like, Kristi?
Now I'm gonna dip into this shade from the palette.
Okay, well, she just moved on to the other eye. Now I know how you guys feel when I speed through tutorials. Like, don't do that. It's really hard for me to catch up. Gonna try and match this eye. I mean, realistically, if we put in, like if you're a YouTuber or you make YouTube videos, you know that if you were to put in, okay, why does this look so different? If you were to put in all of the minutes and stuff of blending that it takes you to get the perfect eye look, it would take forever. So you don't want people to get bored, but still it's like you catch your audience off guard. Your audience is like, whoa, where'd you go, you know? So she's taking now a darker shade. So I might take that shade Trust in the Natasha Denona palette.
Ooh, that one looks really nice and dark on this brush.
I avoid these looks with a passion. Okay, I'm gonna take the shade Trust in the Natasha Denona palette right here. I'm gonna take this Defined Crease Luxe 224 Zoeva brush because this is the smallest that I have. So I'm just gonna dip into this. She really is like, I mean, this is gonna be a little more blown out than hers, but she's really using that shade to deepen the crease. So I guess I'll just do that too. I know she's bringing it out. I just don't have like as defined of a brush, you know, for this. Maybe I should find one. There's like this little itty bitty brush. Maybe I'll try that. That seems more like what she's doing. Like she's kind of drawing a little cut crease a little bit. taking this, and then I know she dragged it out in the outer V area to like make this cat eye thing. That's why I never do a cut crease, because I can't handle it. I know. I just got purple eyeshadow in my eye because I saw it happen. Mine doesn't look as nice as hers. I might go back in with the first brush that I used just to make sure that like the edges look okay.
All right, I'm kind of just winging that outer portion out. So I'm kind of running it right through the crease. And then when I get to this outer portion, I'm dragging it out and then winging it down to create that shape. I'm not going to cut my crease at all today. I want to do it a little less precise and just a little more smoky. So generally with this shape, I would cut the crease. I just feel like I want to change it up a little bit. All right, so now I think I'm going to dip into this center shade here with my finger.
May have just messed it up, but it's fine. I think they look kind of the same. Let's see, I'm trying to find like a similar shade to that. And I feel like it's this fluorite shade in the Kathleen Lights ColourPop So Jaded palette. It's got this like purple reflect very similar to that shade that she has. Let me just verify.
Oh, this looks like a topper shade. Now that I'm doing this, I feel like this is very similar to that color from the James Charles palette.
I'm just gonna try to add this.
Where it's a topper shade instead of like a full pigment shade. And it looks pretty, but you see it doesn't have a lot of base pigment to it. It's just like a little topper. How many times am I gonna say topper? All right, well maybe I'll take a little bit of this and this shade and just sort of mix those together a little bit. These might be very similar. All right, I'm gonna take a bit of that dark purple shade again and just kind of tap it on the inner and outer.
Inner and outer, okay, I could do that. I don't know how far she goes. I kind of started preemptively. So she kind of just like takes it in, you know, and does some stuff. And then she also does some stuff here, kind of like creating a halo.
I think I'm done with this palette, but what I want to do is I wanted to try this. I'm not sure what this is going to look like. This is the MAC Dazzle Shadow Liquid in the shade Pantherized. Really pretty. Let's see what this looks like on the eyes. Too dark for this eye look. Pretty though, but maybe the way to do it would be to put some of this on, pat it out, and then tap a Huda Beauty shadow over the top.
All right, so I don't have that, but I do have a really dark purple that looks very much the similar shade as the one that she's using. It's the Amethyst shade in the So Jaded palette. So I think I might do that and then go in with fluorite on top of it. Like, look at that. Maybe add this. I'm getting fallout all over my face. Why didn't we do this part first? And then she talks about adding the fluorite on top. It's kind of like making it a little bit brighter of a purple.
I feel like I need to do my brows real quick because they're just throwing me off. So yes. I do feel like there's a tad bit of patchiness on the eyes. It's not bad at all.
She didn't say in this part, but I know in the bottom like description she used the CoverGirl brow pencil in the shade Soft Brown, which I actually do have. So I think I'm going to do that real fast. I would never do my brows after my eyeballs. This is so creamy. I forgot how creamy this was because I mainly use the e.l.f. Ultra Precise Brow Pencil, and that's a little harder, like not as creamy as this. But then I'm going to set those down with Anastasia Clear Brow Gel, if I can get it open.
I want to use the lashes that I used in a video previously where I talked to you guys about them. They are the Makeup Shack, and they are the Lash Nova, and they have like a little bit of purple and blue intertwined in them, and I wanted to see what it looked like with this color eye look because I've only ever used it with neutral eyes, and so I bet it's going to look gorgeous. So I'm going to go toss those lashes on real quick, and then we're going to be back and finish off the rest of the face. Alright, and these are the lashes. I will show you guys up close if you want to see.
I cannot do that, but I will try. I do have the Ardell Foaming Wispies, Demi Wispies, so I'm going to add some mascara. You know, I just wanted to be a part of, when I saw that she had false lashes, I was like, I could be a part of the false lash gang. You know what, before I do that, I actually want to add a shade from the ColourPop palette. I want to take like this purple glitter right here because I feel like this is really gonna make the look pop. Like add a little bit of that lavender. I mean, that looks a little bit better. I shall put on these lashes if I can remember how to do that. I have the Eye Glue Premium Lash Glue. Thought it was dried out and I was gonna be very upset. I'm gonna get it all sorts of coated up. Lashes are on. I did it. Feels like I have spiders on my face.
So I'm going to do some eyeliner now, and this is the Makeup Forever Artist Color Pencil in Versatile Violet. I'm going to put some eyeliner on my upper and lower waterline.
I don't have that, so I'm not doing that.
Now I'm going to finish off the rest of my eyes. I'm going to go in with that same Sigma brush, the Blending E36, and I'm going to dip into first color that we used.
She's just blending that with the first color she used. What color did I use? I think I used this palette and I went in with this shade. I also feel like she's using the second shade that she put on. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I heard that wrong, but I feel like she definitely used the darker shade, not this lighter shade that she first went in with. I think I'm going to double it up with the darker shade too. So she did add the darker shade. I'm gonna take it just one more time, make sure that it's really blown out. I did just add some LA Girl liner just to have something on my lower lash line.
I think I'm gonna take a bit of that middle shade that we used before and just tap it along the bottom.
Okay, so taking that fluorite shade, hopping it here. This is like the hardest tutorial I could have tried. I mean, that's like in the middle. It's looking kind of cool, actually. I could not have done this look without the lashes. Like, you need the lashes for this look. The mascara on my bottom lashes. Oh my gosh, this look is taking me at least an hour to do. It is very pretty though.
Really loving this eye look. It's so fun.
Me too.
All right, I'm gonna move on to the rest of the face now. That looks really pretty though.
I've spent an hour just on my eyes. That's craziness.
Really happy with that. For bronzer, I'm going to go in with the Ofra Boho palette. I'm going to take this shade here.
The bronzer that I have that looks the closest is this ColourPop pressed bronzer in the shade. I think it's like Sun Kissed or Beach Party or something. I'll have it down in the description box for you. I definitely don't have that Ofra one, but it looks very warm and kind of orangish.
And then for blush, I'm actually going to use the Ofra blush palette. I'm going to go in with like this purpley shade here and some of these. Same brush.
She didn't really say which ones, but I think I'm going to go in maybe with this shade. It's a Tarte Amazonian Clay blush, and this is the shade Fetching. It's like the most pinky purpley one. I thought that having the shimmery shade on the bottom lashes would look weird, but it actually looks really cool. This is something I'm definitely gonna do in the future too. Like adding just a pop of that shimmer shade right in the center of your lower lash line.
I'm just gonna kind of mix those together. I love to mix blushes.
Me too. I love to mix blushes.
I'm just gonna use so much Ofra apparently. I'm gonna use this highlight palette again. This is the Ofra All Glowed Up palette. I can't find my highlight brush because, you know, it's me. I'm going to use the Sigma Tapered Highlighter brush, which I like as well. This one's Blissful, and this one is Star Island.
Those two mixed together reminds me of this Smashbox Spotlight palette that Casey Holmes made, and this is the pearl one. It looks like she mixed a light shade like this and a pink shade. So I'm going to mix the two. This is like my favorite highlight palette, like one of my favorites. Just adding a lot. Okay. Whoa, a lot. It's a lot of highlight.
All right, and I think for my lips, I'm going to put on the Bite Beauty Flat.
I have to get rid of my foundation lips first. And I remember she does a really weird thing that I don't know if I can do. This is like one of her things that she really likes to do for her lips, and I'm like, I'm confused. I've never done this before.
White French press lip gloss.
The one that reminds me of it is the Laura Mercier Lip Glaze in the shade Bare Naked.
I'm going to use that Makeup Forever pencil.
This is the part that I'm talking about. What are you doing? I'm not gonna do that. I could put a little bit of that dark purpley shade. I'm gonna try and take that dark purple, the Trust shade from Anastasia. Ooh, you guys, my eyes look bomb. This might be like one of my favorite eye looks I've ever done. It's so dramatic, but it totally needs the lashes to like complete and look really good, but it looks so good. Okay. I don't like the way this is looking. Okay, that's totally what hers looks like.
And this is the finished look.
Finished look, guys. I think that it actually went better than I was anticipating. I really don't know how I feel about this whole like purple inner thing. I feel like it looks like I've eaten something purple. The best part of this whole look is the eyes. Like, look at that. Look at my eyeballs, you guys. I don't know if I applied the falsies right, but hopefully they look okay and they're not falling off like I'm flinging them around and they're not going anywhere. I'm like shocked at how much I really, really love this look, and it would have been something that I never did if it was just on my own. Like, I'm not this dramatic of a makeup artist that I can do something like this. So I am actually, for the most part, I did really like following her tutorial. I feel like she explained things really well, especially with the eyes. Like, I had a little bit of a different tone of purple, but I think she did still do a very good job at explaining, like, here's where the color goes and I'm blending it out and here's why it may look patchy. So that really helped me out too. Yeah, I actually had a lot of fun with this. I would definitely do another one of these in the future. I think it's so fun just to try and recreate like something else that someone else has done. So if you guys like this video, let me know by giving me a thumbs up, and let me know if there's anyone that you would like me to do a like I followed so-and-so's tutorial next, because I'd love to do another video. So leave those down in the comments. Let me know who you would like me to do follow a tutorial from. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up the video here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.